Hold on, time out. I'm sick of losing. These teams aren't fair. We gotta mix them up. Monsters and humans together. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm going to give a few minutes for everybody to get into here if they're going to come so that we can all discuss. I just got a shower. I got my food together. And here's my still frozen chicken, like I said. So here we go, guys. I need to get a towel. Hold on, let me second. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. So, okay, here we are. Here's my still frozen chicken, right? I said, leave it frozen. I mean that. So, here are a list of our ingredients right here. Okay. I was serious about that. Only thing is, I ran out of garlic. So we're going to have to use garlic salt as an alternative, which is why I keep garlic salt. Because natural garlic, I run out of real quick because I'm a garlic person. So I'm opening my chicken bag. Okay. Now, here we go. We're going to start with the tomato. You only need a small one because it works out that way. Okay, I'm gonna point this towards my my cutting board so you can see what I'm doing exactly every moment of the way, okay? So if you don't watch this video from the beginning, I'm so sorry you didn't. Okay, so here we go. Here's my cutting board. All right. So I'm gonna cut my tomato in half. I'm gonna chop off the end, just the very end. Okay, this is trash. So if you have like one of these little bags right here, you can throw that in there. Makes less mess, less to clean up. Now split it in half. A lot of people, I like to, I'm okay with chopping top side down, but I don't mind chopping top side up because I feel like when you chop top side down, it will spread all your juice everywhere that you really need. Then cut it like this in pieces. See how it comes out? Just like this. Take all this, put it in there. Just like that. Bam. Bam. Now, here's your other piece, your other half. Make sure everything gets in there. Here's your other piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices long ways. 1, 2, and this is the little tomatoes, not the big ones. Okay? So then you have slightly, not quite diced, but very juicy tomato. All right? If you don't like tomato, don't add the tomato part. Duh. Slam it in there. That's that. You see that? You have your onion. See the onion? And grab it at the end. Or you can cut it in half. Cut your onion in half already. Put it on its side, just like this. Grab it at the end. Slice your slice, another slice, another slice. Like you can finish the onion this way. Now I don't like this end part because it sticks together too much. But I'll take these 3 pieces and still have a half an onion left. Then you slice it in the corner like this. Turn it as you slice. Now you have diced onion, or at least sliced onion. Well, no, sliced onion is a big part. Now you have diced onion, see? So you stick this in here just like this. There's your diced onion. Now, if you want like extra flavor, but you don't have to use everything you put in there, okay? You really don't. But you can use it as flavor. So you just chop your other half of your slice, set it on top of each other, just like I said, just like this, see? And then start at the corner. Somebody's texting me right now. Now you have another bit of diced onion, right? Pick it up. So we're just making the marinade part, okay? And I've decided to switch my marinade up. Okay? What I'm going to actually use for a marinade. So remember I said about the green onion, right? So you take the ends and line them up. Start at the very end. Start at the very end cut. Make small slices. Now you can add this in your meal and still take your chicken out without it. Now you have your sliced green onion. Add that to the pot, to your marinade. Now I take 2 green onion. I cut off the top, see? Just like this. That can be used another day. And then this part, the ends, I take the top part off of the ends. Pop part off of this end. I cut the root. By the way, this root right here, it can be replanted in a pot to grow more green onion, which I'm going to keep to do exactly that. Now this part right here, okay, cut that in half. Hold it in 2 parts, cut it in half. So now you have double that. The reason why is because the root holds an entire lot of flavor versus the ends. Cut that in half. Okay, so you have 4 ends. Then dice those up piece by piece. Pull that in your hand. Add it to the pot. Okay, now you're done with your green onion. Now we have our cilantro. Now my cilantro is going a little bad right now because it's like the end of the month. So it lasted an entire month because I watered my cilantro. So I'm going to take the bad parts out. Stuff that ain't going to really, but cilantro also, whatever's green, like a tree, They're like a tree. If it still is green, it just is green. Okay? So I just took all my bad parts out. Now I'm left with this right here, which is plenty enough because you don't want your stuff to taste too much like cilantro. Now ball it up. You can ball it up just like this and hold it like that and cut the end pieces. Even if some of it come out a little fat, the point is just the flavor and not just having cilantro. If you want to eat the whole thing, that would be great. It'll still work. Now, what people don't know is that a lot of flavor comes out of the stem of the cilantro. So cut those in baby pieces so that you can eat them, but it's not like overpowering. Now, you want to finish your cilantro off, put it back up in a bowl, keep cutting. Okay? And my hands have already been washed, y'all, so it's not disgusting. I washed it when I picked up my fruit. My vegetables. So now I have my cilantro ready and mixed. Okay? All right. So I am a chili pepper person. A lot of people you don't have to add this, but this is who I am. So I have my chili pepper. I'm going to cut in half. Just like this. See my half pieces? I'm also pick it up, put it on top of each other, just like this, and cut it again in half. Long way. So you have 4 pieces. Then I'm going to chop it in small slices. Now, some of this will go in and some of it won't. Depends on what comes out of the bag. After this, I'm going to really have to wash my hands because I hate to rub my eyes. So wash your hands after cooking chili pepper. Because if it touches your eyes, it's going to be like burning. Okay? We're going to pick this up, add it to the medley. Matter of fact, I'm going to go 1 extra because I like mine a little bit extra spicy. I'm going to do it like this and add whole chili peppers. So if I see them, I could take them out if it's too hot. Now, that's the start. That's your vegetable part. See the vegetable part? Right here. On this side, your chicken part. See your chicken part or your beef part or whatever. Okay? You're going to add, say you're making beef and broccoli Chinese style. Then you're going to add this and some sweet and sour or something like that. So we're going to add seasoned salt. You want to see it. You don't want it like so light that you can't see it because when it melts down, it's going to be more water than what you put in there. Now we have parsley flakes. The cheap kind is okay. Add you some parsley flakes. It'll mix well with the seasoned salt. You see it? You add natural cilantro, but I'm just going to add a couple shakes of regular dry cilantro. Then some people will add seasoned salt. I don't prefer it, but I'm going to add it just because I brought it. A little shake on top. Okay? And then because the more salted a chicken is, other meats don't have to be salted as much. But chicken, they tend to soak up what they're in. So add your pepper on top. And add a nice layer of pepper. Okay? And, oh God, here we go. Jeez. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more garlic salt. So my medley is going to be, and I'm going to add a little bit more season. I'm going to add a little bit more garlic salt. That's because I know how chicken cooks, and you kind of got to salt it right. So then my medley is going to be zesty Italian ranch with broccoli. So just add your zesty Italian ranch. Hold on, let me open it because it's brand new. And y'all be surprised what this tastes like. But it's beautiful when you add like other foods with other foods. So then put that lid back on. Add a decent amount of zesty Italian ranch. See? Because it has its own flavoring as well. And then some on your vegetables too. So that was like, I want to say a quarter of the bottle. Now, we're going to mix that all up into one bag, just like this. And watch, you see how it smells. You'll be like, whoa. You'll be like, whoa. Now, as it defrosts, we're going to tie it up like this. You see it? We're going to tie it up just like this, as tight as we can. Tie it up as tight as we can. Now, we're not done with this meal. This is just the beginning because eventually I have to take the chicken out. So I'm going to move the vegetables around so it's all around it. Now, eventually I have to take the chicken out, and I'm going to use the same cutting board to slice off the meat from the chicken bone. But for now, here's your marinade. There's your chicken. Here's your trash. I think I put some in there too. And that's the part that's completely unusable. These I'm keeping because I'm going to plant. This part I'm throwing away. And give me 5 seconds. I'll show you what's next. So I put the rest in what I had in here in my spare fruit and vegetable bowl. And this is going to go back where it came from. Now that's going to sit on top of your counter until your chicken melts down. When the chicken melts down, it's going to soak up everything you put in here. Trust, it works. So I'm going to sit it right here on the side, and I'm going to take this entire thing and put it in the kitchen. Well, along with all these seasonings. Okay. So now that's being made up, I just washed all the pepper off my hands. And now we're done with our marinade. So that's your marinade. So as your chicken defrosts, it will add water to your marinade. And now when it's done, you will cut the meat off the chicken bone if you're cooking chicken. If you're cooking beef, you will slice your beef up into small pieces. And if you're cooking shrimp, it's same process, except you don't have to do anything but peel it and then add everything. And then once it's all done, you squeeze it out of the bag into the pot. That's it. And then when your shrimp or chicken is done, or when it's mostly a majority of the way done, then you add your broccoli, because broccoli doesn't take long to steam. If you have fresh broccoli, if you have broccoli in a bag, doesn't take that long to melt. But you just keep stirring and then taste, serve to taste. So taste at least one piece every 10 minutes of broccoli to make sure it tastes right. After that, you just keep it going until that's cooked. When that's done, or when the chicken is halfway done, or your meat is halfway done, that's when you start your rice. I'll tell you how to make rice. Rice, you put your rice, a cup of rice, 2 cups, a bag of rice, whatever your set is, into a pot. Now you take it to the sink. When my grandma said rinse it off, rinse it off. So you put water in the rice about until to the top of the rice and stir it with your hand. And you'll see all this white stuff fall off. Pour that out using a strainer, hopefully like one of those like half strainers, not like a full strainer because all your rice will fall out. Not like a circle strainer, but a half strainer. You strain the rice out, or you can use like your hand and not let the rice come out. Then you rewash it. You wash it again. Wash it until the water is clear. Once the water is clear, however many cups of rice you put in there, you put 2 cups of water. Okay? Sit it on the stove. When rice is done, there's no more bubbles on the top, and it's not wet on the top, even if there's still water in the bottom. Because rice will soak up water, but you still got to make it moist. So just make sure you rinse off all that the cloudy stuff. And then when the rice stops bubbling on the top and you no longer see it like bubble a little bit on the top at all, that's when you shut your rice off, leave it on the stove, don't touch it, leave it exactly, never ever stir rice. Leave it exactly the way it is and just leave it there, and then wait till your meal is done. Then you will have Chinese rice, white rice, you take a scoop of that rice, put it on the bottom, and then take a scoop of the stuff that you made, put it on the top, and then eat it like that. If you want juices on it, you can add like more liquid to your meat and vegetable, but put it on the top, and then you have white rice, broccoli, and your meat of choice. And that's how you do it. I hope people see this. Much love to you. This is Ace Wants the Hierophant. I hope you enjoyed this segment. We will get to the cooking part when we get to the cooking part. I know a lot of you at work, so I understand, but we'll get there when we get there. But for now, that's the marinade. Now you can add, when you add your broccoli, you can add all of that to a pot. Add your broccoli, add a little bit more zesty ranch to make, you can add like a quarter cup of water and a little bit more zesty ranch to make you a sauce. You shouldn't have to add much more seasoning unless it's not seasoned enough to flavor. But add a little bit, like a quarter cup of water and some zesty ranch. Put it in a pot. Well, at the very end, add the zesty ranch and the water. Let it boil for about, I want to say 5 minutes. If it's not seasoned to taste, season it a little bit. It'll just be a little bit because I make my shit right. It'll just be a little bit. And then your white rice, put it on the bottom. Then put that on the top, just like Panda Express does, and eat it just like that. Thank you so much. This is Monster Hierophant. Thank you for joining the cooking show. I'll be on here for cards later. In a minute. I'm going to go ahead and finish what I'm doing. I took my shower. I'm up right now. I feel great. Oh my God, it's my days off. I think that's what I'm most excited about. So, but I will see you guys soon. I hope we all win the Powerball, but I hope I do first because I want to take y'all somewhere fantabulous. And hugs and kisses. Thank you for joining Logic Tarot. I hope to see you soon on my next segment.